It hears me, it validates me, it depicts how those kind of environments can have a huge impact on a child's mental health. I really wish he was my therapist. I'm very lucky that I stumbled across this book because it helped me so much to understand myself and what. Hi guys, welcome to my channel. So today we are going to talk about a book, a mental health book that has helped me a lot. So this is a book I have been reading for like more than 2 years, I guess 3 years now. I reread it a lot because I really like it. I just love the way it helps me. It hears me. It validates me. It gives me the tools to navigate my mental health and how to take care of myself. So this is a heavy book. It might be heavy for some people, but yeah, I have the habit of reading heavy stuff. So we are going to talk about this book, and the book is Complex PTSD by Pete Walker. So right here, this is the book, Complex PTSD. I know the title is heavy, and it could be a little heavy for some people to read because it gives so much of truth. Honestly, it gives so much of insight. It breaks your denial. It breaks the denial of people who have gone through childhood trauma and who have suffered a lot. I'm very lucky that I stumbled across this book because this book helped me so much in my healing journey. It helped me so much to understand myself and what was really happening to me and why it was like that and why I was the way I was. You know, the book is about, of course, it's a self help book for people who have been through childhood trauma, who have suffered through childhood abuse, neglect, who have seen repeated traumas in their childhood. Complex PTSD, as we all know, PTSD, what PTSD is, it's post traumatic stress disorder. But PTSD is about a single traumatic event, and CPTSD, that is complex trauma, is about multiple traumatic events that occur over a period of time. So, people who have grown in chaotic environments, painful situations, maybe their parents were struggling in some way, maybe financial stress was there, and anything. This book depicts how those kind of environments can have a huge impact on a child's mental health and mental development. So we are going to dive deep into this. Okay, so we are going to first talk about Pete Walker. Pete Walker is a counselor. He's a general practitioner who gives therapy to millions of people, and he has helped so many survivors of childhood trauma to deal with and heal their traumas, their unhealthy patterns, their depression, their anxiety, and everything. So he has helped a lot of people, and he is very well known in the psychological community, in the trauma community basically. So this is the book that really helped me. I think this is Pete Walker's second book. The first is Tao of Fully Feeling. That is also a very good book. We will talk about that in another video. So from surviving to thriving, he has talked a lot about how a child's mental and emotional development is affected by living in acute stressful situations in childhood. It is a very trauma informed, very trauma based book. It explores childhood trauma in a way that is very soothing for any survivor and any person who has gone through it. It is soothing, it is very validating for it would be validating for any survivor, I think. I highly recommend, if you have been through anything like that, please do read this book. He gives a lot of tools in this book. He talks about how you can use, what are the correct ways and the correct affirmations or somatic exercises or cognitive exercises you can use to actually calm down your mental chaos, your psychological chaos that you are suffering from, and how it emerged because of your experiences in childhood. So he gives a lot of exercises, and he also talks about a very important thing, that is he gives 13 steps for managing emotional flashbacks. This is a very this is also actually a free resource on his website, petewalker.com. You can download it from there if you like. So the 13 steps are really very helpful, and they give a lot of insight into how you can work through a flashback, the flashback of pain, the trauma, the flashback from childhood, or any flashback that you are suffering, you encounter uh, frequently. So emotional flashbacks are something really hard to manage, I feel like. We don't even realize sometimes we are having it. So yeah, he gives really really good steps to managing them and how to actually start healing from them. Honestly, I'm still in the process of this. It's not like I just read this book and I was completely healed. No, I had to take a lot of steps. I first of all, when I read this book, I realized that no, cognitive therapy is not going to work for me. The CBT, cognitive behavioral therapy, that almost every psychiatrist and every therapist provides out there, is not going to help me, because my trauma is complex and I have a lot of layers that I need to work through, not just, cognitive, or not just changing my thoughts, or just, changing my perspective or anything. So I needed a lot deeper approach than that. So that helped me to find a better therapist, a trauma informed therapist. And I did that. I'm really grateful I was able to do that. So this self research that I did, through reading through my love of reading, through searching for books that might help me. So this is a book that has really really helped me, and he is such a great writer. The way he communicates with the reader, and the kind of empathy he portrays, it's so beautiful. I really wish he was my therapist. Okay, so there are a lot of beautiful things about this book, and one of them is that he doesn't blame or shame the survivor for having any kind of tough emotional experiences. He validates them properly. He talks about how and why they are occurring without shaming the individual. So he also talks about co-counseling in this book, like how you can create a co-counseling relationship with your friend or any loved one, your partner or anybody, if you are not able to afford therapy, or if you have been through therapy and that has ended. So that's a very beautiful resource as well. I would like to share some quotes from this book. I really really love so many quotes about this book. So the first one is the good news about CPTSD. It is a learned set of responses and a failure to complete numerous important developmental tasks. This means that it is environmentally, not genetically caused. Emotional flashbacks, toxic shame, self abandonment, a vicious inner critic, and social anxiety. These are all the symptoms of CPTSD. While the origin of CPTSD is most often associated with extended periods of physical or sexual abuse in childhood, my observations convince me that ongoing verbal and emotional abuse also cause it. So he talks a lot about emotional abuse in our society, that is very normal in our society, that is very rampant in our society, and how we just take it very lightly, and how deep psychological impact those kind of emotional abuses can have on an individual. Healing from complex PTSD is above all complex. This is important to emphasize because there are numerous one dimensional approaches to trauma that bill themselves as cure alls. In my opinion, however, singular approaches are unable to address all the levels of wounding that combine to cause CPTSD. So he definitely says that not a single approach cannot work because the trauma is complex. You need to work on your cognitive, emotional, physical well-being one by one, or simultaneously. Thought correction and the CBT therapy does have an importance, but it's not the only thing that will help someone recover from CPTSD, because it doesn't address the full emotional impact of the trauma. Okay, so this is a very good quote. I like: anger, depression, envy, sadness, fear, distrust, etc. are all are all as normal, a part of life as bread and flowers and streets. Yet they have become ubiquitously avoided and shameful human experiences. He validates a lot of normal human experiences and feelings that we all have, and he talks about not being ashamed of them. He also talks about abandonment, depression, and how that causes a lot of challenges in the future. He talks about grieving, dealing with the inner critic. He talks about an inner critic and an outer critic, and how we self-criticize and self-loathe a lot of times unconsciously, and we don't even know. So this is a very good quote. I chose to stay with the depression. I bypassed the shame and fear that I have gotten stuck in 10,000 times before, when I could not accept my current state of being. I refused to abandon myself like the sinking ship I thought I was. This is a very beautiful quote. I think it gives so much of support in a way that, okay, you are not the only one dealing with something like this, and there is a way out, even if it is tough, and even if it is a long way, and even if it is not like a quick fix like a lot of self-help books offer nowadays. This is not a book like that at all. So yeah, it's a book that dives deep into very specific problems that people with childhood trauma face. So it's a very specified book, and a very open-minded book, I think. Those are the quotes I loved, and those are a few of quotes that I really wanted to share with you guys. So yeah, this is a book that is definitely going to help if you have ever been if you have been going through depression just like me, or anxiety, or a lot of pain from a situation that you cannot forget. So yeah, it is a very good book. Thank you for watching this video, guys. That's all for today, and let me know if you like this video. Let me know if you like this review, and please tell me in the comments below any feedback, anything you want to see, any books you want me to review. If they're It doesn't matter if they are mental health books, or classics, or modern classics, or modern literature, or anything. So please let me know, and we will meet in the next video. Please like, share, and subscribe if you like this video. It's not compulsory, it's a choice. It's totally your choice. If you really like this video, please like, share, and subscribe, and we will meet in the next one. Bye.